Hey guys, so today we're reacting to a video by Loho called Short Hair Backlash goes viral on Pop the Balloon. So apparently it was a recent episode of Pop the Balloon where there was a controversial topic about black women's hair.
And now she's someone that's your type?
Um, Not so much.
And
Yeah,
why not?
I'll say more so like the hair. So
Uh,
more so attracted to longer hair.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Damn.
Okay, what's going on over
Let's
here?
face
Welcome back to my
like
channel. What
fireworks
is
over
up is
there.
hey, I am
Oh
Eloho,
man,
and I had to come
that's
on here and
crazy.
discuss this episode of Pop the Balloon or
I
Find
could
Love
tell
with
by the thumbnail
Arlette
that was
right here
something.
on the I am Eloho YouTube channel. This episode is shaking the table, and I'm actually going to discuss two men from this episode, so this may be somewhat of a
Mm,
lengthy video, but you know it's going to be good. I've seen
it's
so many
crazy.
conversations on this episode, so let's just get right into it. So we know how dating shows go, right? Usually you see someone, you decide if you're physically attracted to that person, you hear what they have to say, their name, their age, their career, where they live, you figure out if that aligns with you, you ask a few questions, you pop along the way if it's
Yeah.
something you don't like, and Arlette will come around and have you explain why you don't like it. In this episode, she actually pops his balloon first, and she says that
Mm,
she's not attracted to him, right? He's not her type. He responds by saying he's not attracted to her, and it's because he's attracted to women with longer hair. She's good with it. She's like,
yeah.
fair enough. I'm not
Yeah,
attracted to
she's
you. You're not attracted to me. Perfect, right? She takes it on the
those
chin.
balloons went
After
popping.
that, everyone else pops their balloon. And they all gave their reasons, but they also mentioned that after his hair comment, he felt like they weren't compatible. And so that happens
Mm,
often on this show as well. Like if somebody says, oh, I don't like, let's just say, oh, I don't like women with piercings. All the women with piercings will then pop because it's like, okay, if you don't like her and she has piercings, then you don't like me because I have
right.
piercings. And I literally have a video about short 4C hair and how some men see that as undesirable. And the truth is, even in this case, she may actually have long hair. 4C hair does shrink. Her hair is not
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too, because my mom she has natural hair. Like black women have 4C hair, black men have 4C. We have coarse hair. But it's like you don't know how long her hair is. Is this she has 4C hair? That's how she decides to design, style it. But it's like you're coming on a show as a black man, and you're coming to see black women. Like making a comment like that is very stupid. I don't know. This is a stupid comment to make about a woman and say, "Oh, I don't like short hair." Like, I don't
stretched, it's not pressed out, it's not straightened. It's literally in its natural shrunken state. I actually love that she was unbothered by it because she's like, well,
know.
this is who I am, this is my hair, this is what happens to my hair, and if you're not attracted to it, then you're not the person for me. Move along. Now, one of the
Yeah.
other ladies went in on him, and this is what she had to say.
Your name and age.
Hi, I'm Sandy. I'm 33.
And Sandy, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I'm deposited it because you're attractive. You got it going on. But that comment about hair, I know your mama got short hair too. She's black. At the end of the day, black women,
Yeah,
you don't know what to expect with our hair. We could wear it straight, we could wear it curly, and that was just like too much for me. So I don't
that's
got time for it.
crazy.
If you don't know, if you can't grow up from your roots, then you can't grow up with me. So that's how I feel.
Okay,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
go ahead.
I mean, my mom's actually on my necklace. She doesn't have short hair for
It
one.
doesn't matter.
But
It's about
Yeah.
who you are as
He's not even making it even better. He's not even saying like, like elaborating on it because I feel like, like you can have a preference, you know what I mean? But he probably elaborated on that because this is a touchy topic, and especially for black women, because a lot of black women go through trauma. They go through being judged, like at work they get judged. They get judged in the just in society in general, just for their hair and how they look. So I think he should have probably elaborated on it just to make it clear, like, okay, well, I don't know. I don't even know how to make it better. But at the same time, it's like he could have honestly kept that comment to himself and just be like, you're just not my type. And left it at that.
a brother. Person you don't make hair don't make your personality. You dig me? It's about who you are. If you confident with short hair, long hair, it doesn't matter. Because a lot of girls that do have long hair, the hairs be thin. I
Yeah.
have a salon. When I was 16, I brought my mother a salon with my business that I do. So yeah, I have dealt with so many different type of hairs. Shout out to my mom, Captivated Styles in the building, Philly, we here. But what you said, it's just not for me. You need to really check on your ends before you talk about long or short hair, because a lot of girls with long hair be having no hair just because it's long, it's thin. So yeah, I'm sorry, I can't.
Okay.
To make the point.
Sounds triggered.
It's not triggered. I'm just.
First of
He's
all,
not
I
even
didn't say
helping.
the
He's not even
hairstyle she had
helping
was
at
not
all.
good.
You
I
said
just
you
said
don't like girls with long hair.
I know.
That's not right. You should never said that at all. As a black brother, you should have kept that as what it was. You should have just said, you're not just my type. But hair, it's a different. You can't talk about hair. If you want hair, go get what you want. If you want Becky with the long hair, go get what you want. Don't talk to black women up here about hair. That's just it. And I'm not triggered. Like I said, at the end of the day, your hair is nappy. Your hair is short. You should be happy where you came from. Period.
Can I talk, or are you gonna interrupt me again?
I don't want to hear what you have to say.
You still
but
gon-
you can say what you want to say,
Yeah.
but don't talk about black people here. But
So-
Let's hear from him. Go
So
ahead.
again, her hairstyle, there's nothing wrong with it. So it's my preference, right? So if I'm here to date, I'm here to find someone for me. So I'm not dating multiple people. You're not dating multiple people. So my comment to her has no sort of
But
significance
I'm
on
a
you.
black woman. If I want to wear my hair like hers one day, what you gonna say? Oh, I don't like your hair. I'm gonna go date Becky up the street. Follow along. Thank you.
I'll say this: at the end of the day, are you here to find a man, or are you here to be?
I'm
with-
not here
with-
to find you. I'm here to find someone that's gonna accept me, floss and all. And if you can't accept this
Sounds-
young lady
Sounds
up
like
here,
you're here to find the sister code.
no,
So we can
I'm
move
actually,
forward.
women,
We can move
we're
forward.
all here, and
We
it's
can
a
move
lot
forward.
of black women that's lined up in here. So you can't talk about hair. It's not about the length or the texture. Know what you say before you talk to black women. That's it. Thank you.
What's
That's
going over
crazy.
here?
Yeah, please. Let's-
Now, of
That's
course,
crazy.
people are picking apart what she had to say, how she said it, and how she articulated herself.
I mean, like she articulated it properly. You know what I mean? Like if you're coming up for here for a black woman, just understand what comes with that as well, because not every black is gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna wear my hair completely natural. Like if he's looking for somebody with a weave or a wig or extensions or whatever he's looking for, or sewing or whatever he may be looking for, like understand that they're gonna be in in between styles as well. So it's like, okay, well, if same comment she made, it's like if I decide to wear my hairstyle a different way, what are you going to go to a different person now? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you have to understand what type of woman you're looking for and what comes with that. Because she articulated herself well. I mean, I think that she was a little triggered, and this is a triggering topic. She probably didn't want to say she was triggered because obviously to go into defensive mode, but like it is a sensitive topic for women and especially black women. Especially the comment that he made.
Honestly, I think Arlette was agreeing with a lot of what she was saying. A lot of people are saying that she's triggered. I don't think that she was necessarily triggered. I think
think
that
she was a
she's
little
just
bit.
super passionate
And it's
about this topic
understandable, like-
specifically. She mentioned that
could be
her mother
triggered,
owns
too.
a salon, and she probably sees a lot of black women who hold on to the length of their hair, even though they might have split ends, or maybe their hair is damaged, maybe they need a trim, and we see this a lot, especially with a lot of hair content and a lot of professional hairstylists that'll say, a lot of women will hold on to those damaged ends or those thin ends just to have longer hair. And that is because, case in
Yeah.
point, for many men, longer hair is more desirable. Now, I will say the only thing they could really get my girl Sandy for is the fact that the premise of this show is very shallow. And that's one thing I don't like about this show. Like, literally, you would see someone, and because, you don't like their socks. Oh, I popped my balloon because I don't like her socks. Oh, I popped my balloon because, he licked his lips. Like, it's like
Right.
sometimes the stupidest reasons for people to pop balloons, but it's literally giving us a bird's eye view or a scope of the single and trying to mingle world. Like, people these days are very shallow, very petty, very vain. Listen, I'm gonna take it a step further. I don't think he even likes black women. Like, honestly, he didn't like anyone on this lineup. He was saying they're not fit enough. He doesn't
wow.
like their style. Sir,
I
you're
think he got
middle-aged.
defensive.
You're a middle-aged man on a dating show. And that's not to shame your age But
Why
you're
a
on a
little hook have
dating
to
show
come for him
looking
like
for love,
that?
talking about hair length. Like, really and truly,
Yeah.
preferences, yes, we all have preferences. But let's be clear. A
You can have
woman's hair
preferences, but be
length
respectful at the same time, though. You could have
ain't
kept
gonna
that to
do nothing
himself.
for you, sweetie. A woman's hair
Yeah.
length ain't gonna love you. A woman's hair length ain't gonna raise them kids. A woman's hair length
Yeah, that's true.
isn't gonna make sure you're healthy and you're good. A woman's hair length at your age, like, truly,
Why
a
you
lot
keep
of these
mentioning
preferences
his
are
age?
so juvenile to me. It makes no sense. Not just him, the show. Like, the age doesn't match. It doesn't match the maturity level for me personally.
Yeah.
And another thing I thought about is, let's say he does get a woman who has, beautiful long locks, long hair, and then she goes through postpartum and her hair falls out. Or, God forbid, she has to get chemo and loses all her hair. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you should be thinking about
Yeah.
as someone who's middle aged. Like, life happens. People don't always look the same.
And
You
she's a
know,
beautiful woman.
that's some loser shit if you ask me. But we do live in a
Like,
society where people will
he's
say, well,
crazy.
everyone's entitled to preference. Everyone's
But I mean, she
entitled
did
to
pop her
preference.
balloon already
And
first
here
before
you are,
she
but at
got
what
even got up to
age
her.
and at
But like,
what level in
she's a
life
beautiful woman.
do
I
you
don't think he called
say,
her
it's
ugly or
time for
anything.
me to
But
rearrange some of this shit? Like, those preferences ain't work for me. Hence to why I'm still here and I'm still single. That didn't work for me. And that goes for men and women. Like, at what point do we say the preferences that I had, number one, could be deeply rooted in other things.
That's
But
true.
number two, it didn't work for me in the past. Let me
Right.
change some things around. Let me fix some things within me so that I can look for character. Y'all, I done grew up. I used to be like that. Oh, he gotta be, no, he gotta be, he gotta be. Let's focus more on character. I think as people who are older now, 30 plus, if we looked more for character, like, granted, we all want someone who's beautiful and handsome. Not trying to take that away, but they be on this show nitpicking like a mug. So she did end up matching with a doctor, right? And this segment was also super controversial. Let me break it down for y'all. But first, check these clips
Okay.
out.
What's your name?
My name is Roman.
Roman, how old are you?
I'm 35.
And what do you do?
I just graduated from USF, Go Bulls, as a doctor for anesthesia.
Nice,
So,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, we got a doctor in the house.
I know you said you're a doctor, and I think that's great. I know you said you recently graduated school, something along the lines of that, and I'm looking for someone a little bit more seasoned in their career, a little bit more financially stable and things of that nature. So I did appreciate everything you said. It's just that
Whew, honey, the people are confused. Like, girl, did you just say you want someone financially stable and he's a doctor?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Let me see. Hold on. I want to go up to her part to see if.
Wild ride, so congratulations.
painful.
Bit of the process of just graduated residency.
And the woman who chose him even asked him, okay, so where are you in residency? Check this out.
Okay, so my sister actually just graduated residency, so I kind of know a bit of the process of doing that, which is kind of it's a wild ride, so congratulations.
Painful.
Yeah, so one, I would say, where do you
It's a
live? And then
painful
where are you at in that
route.
process? Like, okay, so you just graduated residency and you're going into like your full job now?
Yeah, this is my big boy job.
Wow, okay, that's cool. Same timeline as my sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so after he said that, yes, he finished residency, right? And he's in his big boy career. She's like, oh, okay, you are a doctor. You finished residency. You are making the big bucks. Let's go, right? And also
Yeah.
he did seem like a nice guy. But if we're talking about finances, if we're talking about a school timeline, right? He wasn't being all the way honest. I think if he said, I'm actually a CRNA and I don't have to do residency, I actually jump right into my
Any questions
career.
here?
That woman that said, you know what, I want someone who's a little bit more stable in their career, she wouldn't have said that because he is stable in his career. And the woman who he actually matched with wouldn't have picked him because she watched her sister go through residency. And like she said, it's a wild ride, okay? They are overworked, they are extremely underpaid, and they don't get time off. Dating way
Got it. Okay, yeah. So that's good for her that she got matched with somebody. So the girl she posted an update, the woman that was on the show. So we're gonna watch that a part of that.
Good morning, y'all. Okay, so episode 61 of Pop the Balloon aired yesterday, and y'all probably saw that Arlette posted a reel of the scene where the man in the blue coat tells me that I'm not his type because of my hair and that he prefers longer hair. And then Sandy, the model, like clearly had a reaction to that and, you know, goes off on him. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how else to phrase it right now.
Yeah.
And I've had quite a few questions come in. So I'm going to address those questions and like this whole scenario. So when he initially said that to me, first we need to think about the context real quick. If you saw the full episode, you see that it was me who popped on him.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did get
Exactly.
some pop balloons.
She didn't want him.
And when I was asked why I popped, I say initial attraction.
For me, it's not that I'm promiscuous. It's I think just the initial attraction is
Okay.
the biggest thing. Yeah.
And
And
then
it could have been
when I
something about
asked
him that she didn't like.
now is she your type? He says no. The hair, I prefer longer hair.
And now is she someone that's your type?
Not so much.
And
Yeah.
why not?
I think he's defensive.
I'll say
though.
more so like the hair. So more so attracted to longer hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
When he said no, I'm not his type, what went through my head was, okay, what's he gonna say? What's gonna be the why? Of course, like even going into the show, I had kind of thought, what are they gonna call me out for? Whatever you
Right.
want to call it, call me out for. What are they
'Cause you have
gonna
to be vulnerable on this show.
say is the reason that I'm not their type? And when he said the hair, I prefer longer hair, when all that was done with, I remember like, okay, that wasn't so bad. You know, like you never know how you're gonna feel
Yeah,
when
she
someone's
didn't.
telling you what they don't like about you or what they're not into about you. But I remember like in that very moment feeling pretty
She
proud of,
didn't seem so
like
bothered.
happy with myself that I didn't feel anything, you know?
Right.
I felt like, okay, cool. And I think I was just happy that to feel like, okay, I'm at the place in my life where other people's words don't hurt me, you know, like they would have when I was younger. Because let's be honest, growing up with super curly type 4C hair, it was a journey. But let's pause on that and now let's fast forward to Sandy. Well, after he said that all the women pop, and I remember thinking like, oh snap, oh snap. I was like, oh snap, this is gonna be something. When I heard all of them pop, because one, I've
Like
seen past
fireworks.
episodes where all the women pop off of something a man says, and typically it's gonna escalate and
Yeah.
be something. So I already had that in mind, and then we get to Sandy, and she, you know, starts going at him. And I remember in that moment, I was like, okay, this is not about me. Everything she's saying is not specifically about me. I never felt like this woman or any of the women were specifically standing up for me. This was, in my mind, undoubtedly a much larger thing, you
Mm.
know? This was about like just the whole history of Black women's hair, how
Mm.
much I think in general we have felt insecure about our hair because of society, like which is something I can definitely relate to. Growing up, I used to straighten my hair all the time. I remember like in middle school swimming, I would try to get out of swimming as much as possible because I didn't want my straightened hair to get curly again. And when I
Mm.
was forced to go in the pool after swimming, I would stay in the locker room and I would skip lunch to straighten my hair. I remember it would always look terrible, but I would even skip class to be in there
Mm.
straightening my hair.
Wow.
So that's just one example. And I remember the one time that I got the confidence
to wear my hair out because every single day I either wore my hair straightened or in a ponytail. If it was
Mm.
curly, it was in a ponytail or pigtails 100% of the time. I never wore it without that. I never wore it like this. So there was a day when I had the confidence, I'm gonna say I was in 8th grade, to wear my hair like this, just natural. And as soon as I walked in the door, I probably hadn't even been in the school for 5 minutes. And this girl says, like, oh my gosh, your hair is crazy. I headed to the girls'
Wow.
locker room and put my hair in a ponytail and never wore it out again during school. I didn't wear my hair natural like this until I moved to Austin, Texas, where I was around other Black women who had their hair like this. And yeah, which finally gave me the confidence. It took
Wow, that's crazy. So that's exactly what we're saying. Like, I feel like, there's a lot of like trauma around, like, up even. Like I mentioned workplace and like being society, but like even like if you growing up, like as a being a black woman when you're a black, girl growing up, I can imagine how much you go through. Like it's a lot. So like even when that girl was, what she said on the show, pretty much I felt like it came from a sense of like being triggered, even though she said she wasn't triggered. Like all of our experiences, all of our stuff, like when we go through childhood, once we grow up into adulthood, it affects us. So like I feel like she was triggered, but she didn't want to say that she was triggered. But it's okay to say that you're triggered, you know what I mean? It's okay to be defensive about this topic. It's something that you experience and showing like being vulnerable because especially because you're on the show, you have to be vulnerable. But like I'm happy that this girl right here, Rebel, was able to, hold her composure. She's in a place where she's happy. She's in a place where she's grown out of, feeling like, oh, I'm uncomfortable about my hair. Or if somebody says something about my hair, then I'm gonna be, I'm gonna shy away or withdraw. So like I'm happy for Rebel, which is this girl. But yeah, I feel like, that guy in the blue coat, the jacket, he should have definitely kept his opinion to himself. He could have just said she's not my type and then move on. He didn't have to go, say her hair, even though Arlette was asking, but he could have just said something like in general, like, oh, she's just not my type. I'm not attracted to her or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the links down to both of these videos below. So if you want to check out the full videos, definitely please do go check those out. So you have Aloho and Rebel. But yes, leave any comments you have, guys. And I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.